Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation today is the 80th Sabad from Gauri Gwareri, Mahalla Panjwa, and the recitation is as follows. Gauri Gwareri Mahalla Panjwa, Bahut Darab kar man na aghana, अनेक रूप देख नह पतियाना, पुत्र कलत्र उरझ्यो जाने मेरी, ओह बिन से ओए पस मैं तेरी, बिन हर भजन देखो बिल लाते, त्रिग धन माया संग राते रहाओ, ज्यों बेगारी के सिर दीजह दाम, ओए खसमे के ग्रह उन दुख सहाम, ज्यों सुपने होए बैसत राजा, नेत्र पसारे ता निरारथ काजा, ज्यों राखा खेत ऊपर पराए, खेत खसम का राखा उठ जाए, उस खेत कारण राखा कड़ै, तिसके पाले कछु ना पड़े, जिसका राज तिसे का सुपना, जिन माया दीनी तिन लाई तृष्णा, आप बिनाहे आप करे रास, नानक प्रभ आगे अरदास. Accumulation of great wealth does not bring abundance. That is the opener. Bahut Darab kar man na aghana. So the key word here is Aghana, which is the opposite of Ghana. And Ghana connotes a sense of density or being filled, abundant. Aghana therefore denotes both a lack of solidity and indicates the quality of hollowness. And so what evades the mind in this is a sense of abundance that we all seek, but that continues to evade us. And what the Guru is saying is that Bahut Darab kar, even with the accumulation of great wealth, manna aghana, that sense of abundance that we look for is not going to result. Anik roop dekh na patyana. And so not only is it a matter of accumulating great wealth, but also the enjoyment of different forms. That is to say, experiences. Anik roop dekh na patyana. And then patyana means satisfaction, deep satisfaction. There is a quality to patyana, to say patij jana, which means that you are satisfied to the core of your being. It's not some superficial passing happiness. That continues to evade us. And then, putra kalatra urjyo. We tend to children and family. We are immersed in family and children. We are caught up in their affairs. Janne mera, because we are under the impression that we somehow own them, literally, that we are entitled to dictate to them. So there is the sense of ownership of wealth, the experience of forms that again one feels one is, I am the one experiencing this, and of course the feeling that I own my family. But the Guru says, Oh binse, oi pasme teri. Wealth, forms, and the flesh, that is our family, all reduces to dust. Binse, it disappears. Pasme teri, reduced to dust. So what is being addressed here is the paradox of desire and our sense of possessiveness. All of our effort if you think about it, all of our effort and all of our toil stems from the desire to satisfy our appetites, our experience that's what really fuels us. Yet, through all of this and through all of the accumulation of different things, different relationships, experiences, what have you, we are left with a feeling of emptiness, Aghana, of not being fulfilled. And we cling to objects and relationships with that sense of ownership, and yet it is like grasping at dancing shadows. Everything is elusive and temporary, a fleeting world in which we are trying to grasp onto things. That really is the state of our mind. So in the Rahau Pankti, which is the central message, the Guru tells us that without awareness of the herself within, I see the world in distress. And we've just described that distress, one of a lack of fulfillment. So the Guru says, bin har bhajan, dekho bil late. I see that the world is in distress. Trig tan, maya sang rate. So long suffering is the body, the mind, and its accumulations because they are immersed in Maya. Maya, again, the temporary world in this context that causes the illusion of permanence and our grasping at it. And that is the distress that we are all experiencing and the distress that the Guru sees. And what he says is, this distress, this long suffering continues until we develop an awareness of the herself within. Bin har bhajan, dekho bilalate, bin har bhajan. So it is a question of reorienting ourselves to the fact that there is within what is being referred to in Gurbani as the har, the self as we call it, which is really the composite of everything that we are and everything that we could potentially be. So it is this union of kinetic and potential energy, some of it structured like a body, a mind, and some of it boundless. How do we compose all of this is really the trick. And then the Guru offers several examples of how people are caught and why what we are engaged in is really truly a rat race. He says, "Jyon begari ke sir dije dam," like a slave who carries the master's load. "Oe khasme ke greh un dukh saham," but receives nothing in return except the pain of carrying the load. Because the load belongs to the master and the slave is simply performing the act of carrying it, does not derive any pleasure from it or gets nothing from it. Similarly, ज्यों सपने होए बैसत राजा, नेत्र पसरे तां निरार्थ काजा. Like a beggar who dreams that he is a king, only to be roused to the rude awakening that the dream was really meaningless. Furthermore, ज्यों राखा खेत ऊपर पराए, खेत खसम का राखा उठ जाए. Like a watchman, a rakha, who guards another's field, ऊपर, खेत ऊपर पराए, belonging to somebody else. So you've been contracted to watch somebody's field. Khet khasam ka. The field belongs to the khasam, the owner. Rakha utha jaye. And the one that is watching leaves eventually when the crop appears. It is the owner who takes the crop away, and the watchman receives no share for the labors that he is performing. He does not get a part of the crop. He may be paid in some other way, but the point being, he does not own that capital. उस खेत कारण राखा कड़े. So, despite the fact that the watchman engages with all his energy and discomfort, tisike pale kachu na pade. The watchman receives no share and leaves empty-handed, so to speak, in terms of the capital not accruing to him. And the Guru concludes by reminding us over and over again, Jiska Raj Tase Ka Supana, whose light infuses all beings, also creates a dream-like transient existence. And here the reference is to the Har Self, the Creator Self. Because it is the Creator who rules over this kingdom that has been created. It is the one that creates Maya, and it is the one that also lights the fire of desire within us. Jin Maya Dini, tin light Trishna, that craving, by constructing us in such a way that we crave objects that we don't own. Aap binahe aap kare rasse. Aap binahe, creating and destroying as it pleases. So what should our attitude be? One of supplication and harmonizing with the will. Says Nanak, ours is but a supplication. Nanak prab agge ardas. That is the best we can do, is ardas. Until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.